Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope you're doing really well. Today, I'm gonna be taking a look at this one right here. Unisex for everybody from Fragrance One. And I'm also gonna be doing a quick look at Movie Night, the candle. I got these in not that long ago from a bundle purchase that I did. It's actually still on their website. It's the Merry Christmas bundle. So you can go check that out. I think it was about 250 bucks. I got this, the candle, and then 10 mils of black tie, date, office, day, and night. So this is not really a full-fledged review, okay? I've worn this a few times, but I didn't take notes on it or anything. I just kind of casually wore it. You know, I would spray it on, go about my day, and you smell it every now and again, but I wasn't, you know, going super deep into it. So this is more of a first impression. All that out of the way, let's jump into it. Let's talk about Unisex. I've actually thought about it. Let's talk about the candle first, because that's gonna be really quick and we can just get through that and jump into the other stuff. So the candle, Movie Night. This one comes with the bundle. I actually like the name, I like the idea, and I like the little wooden wick that's in there. Yeah, you can see right there, I've burned a little bit, maybe, what is that? A third of the candle, something like that. Now, the glass is really nice. It's very heavy. Thick glass, as you can see right here. The wood wick is nice too. It gives this crackling sound as it burns. The flame jumps really high off of the candle. Those are all good things. But the scent itself, super subtle. Now on the website, it does say that it gives off a subtle scent, and they're not lying, actually. I sat this on my desk and lit it each time, and could almost never pick it up. And there were times that I would leave it lit and leave the room for a while and then come back in to see if I would pick up on it, because, you know, sometimes with candles, if you're in the direct vicinity, you kind of go nose blind really quickly, but then when you leave and come back, you'll be like, oh, there it is. I never really could pick it up. And that goes for my wife as well. She couldn't really pick it up much either. And really, smelling it like this, you really can't smell much. It's kind of a light, creamy vanilla scent when you can pick it up, but yeah, it's just not very strong. It's super subtle. The presentation, like the glass, and as I said, I actually like the name. I like the way this looks, this minimalistic design on the candles. Actually pretty cool. The wood wick is really nice, but the candle itself doesn't really smell like anything. Super light vanilla. You can go to TJ Maxx, you can go to Ross's, you can go to Marshall's and find candles for like $7, $8 that are gonna really give off more of a fragrance than that. And everything I said there, not intended with any saltiness. It's just, can't really pick up too much. Really subtle. It's pretty expensive too at retail. Yeah, it's over $100, so not cheap. So let's go ahead and talk about Unisex for everybody now. It comes in this size right here, 50 mils. We'll go over the presentation really quickly. Price on this, $156 for 50 mils. So also not really cheap. But you can find this discounted, whether through bundles or discount codes, because Fragrance One pretty frequently will have discount codes on their website. That's the way to go. But if you use no discount, if you don't buy it through a bundle, anything like that, it's gonna run you $156 as of this video. Okay, let's go over the presentation. It is like pretty much everything in the Fragrance One line. It is very basic, very bare bones, very minimalistic. So if you look at the box here, it's gonna resemble kind of a tester box that you might find from other houses. Got the name of the fragrance, got the size and concentration down here at the bottom and the outline of the bottle. Nothing at the top, nothing on the sides. On the back, it just says Fragrance One, made in Germany. Then on the bottom, you're gonna find your badge code, which is 2170. And here is the bottle. Again, it's gonna be reminiscent of the other bottles in the Fragrance One line. This one though has a black cap. You got the name of the fragrance on the front there, Unisex for everybody. It's in kind of a silver font. Cap slides into place, does not click into place. This bottle crimp right here, a lot of people don't really like. They'd like to see kind of a collar fit over top of that. Might make it look a little bit nicer. The atomizer itself though is pretty good. As you can see right here, it's a pressurized atomizer, so you control how much you spray. That's really nice. Then on the bottom, your sticker with your batch code. So the note breakdown for this one is really simple. It's bergamot in the top, cinnamon in the mid, elemi and the base. So they're giving you 3 notes, and those are basically the 3 notes that they're wanting you to focus in on. Some houses have started to do that recently. Jean-Paul Gaultier has done that with some of their releases over the past couple years, and some other houses are trying to go that minimalistic route as well as far as the note breakdown goes. So obviously with this name, Unisex for everybody, it's being marketed both toward women and toward men. For me, it's more masculine overall than it is feminine. When you first spray it on, in the very opening, I would say it is more unisex. So when you very first smell it, it's gonna come across more as just a straight up unisex scent. Bergamot, the only top note, but I get more than bergamot here. There's this fruity sweetness in the opening, a little bit of spice, but more so fruity sweetness. Smells like there's something else here, probably something like a pear type of note. And that's what really has this leaning into that unisex territory initially. So it's got that fruity kind of sweetness that straddles that line between masculine and feminine. You have a little touch of spice there in the opening, but the cinnamon hasn't really come in full force yet when you first spray it on and within the first 10 minutes or so. You get a little bit of powderiness, not an overload. And the way that the sweetness comes across in the opening actually would remind me more of like a feminine scent that men could wear. Now that's just in the initial opening of the fragrance. As it dries down, it becomes more of a masculine scent. The cinnamon really comes out, becomes more prominent. It's this really nice, sweet, spicy cinnamon. Definitely a compliment pulling type of note, the way that it's used in here. As it dries down, you have the elemi in the base, but it also smells like there's a good amount of vanilla in here as well. Probably also some woods in there, some clean woods. Unisex ultimately does remind me of some other fragrances as well. One of them is this one, Ultramall from Jean-Paul Gaultier. Now I'm not saying that Unisex is straight up Ultramall, it's not, but there are some similarities here or there, which make Unisex kind of smell familiar at times when you're smelling it. The first time I sprayed Unisex on though, it did have these kind of familiarities to me. You know, I was smelling it and I was like, have I smelled that before? I'm not sure. And I'm sure a lot of you have run into that before, where you smell a fragrance and you're like, man, that reminds me of something I think, but I can't place it at all. That's kind of what was going on. And it's almost like Unisex might have a little bit of date in there, just a little bit. It reminds me slightly of date, not the exact same. And really, like I said, this is more of a first impression. I have not compared the fragrances side by side, so I could be completely off base here. It's going off of memory, basically. And I know that some people have said that date is pretty similar to Unisex. I would say that they're kind of in the same family, same style, in the sense that they're both sweet and spicy and could be used in similar situations. And I think really the way that the cinnamon is used in Unisex is what kind of draws me to make the comparison to Ultramall. And of course, date was compared to Ultramall, so that's where this all kind of comes full circle. I think that for me, it's just the way the cinnamon is utilized. It's kind of making me think or be reminded of those other fragrances. Performance on Unisex seems to be really good. As I said, I've only worn it a couple times, and it was not something where I was taking notes or, you know, seriously trying to break it down. It was basically just spray it on and get on with my day. But the performance seems really good. It lasts for a long time. It projects pretty well. It is an extrait de parfum, so you would expect that. And I've got no qualms with that whatsoever. In terms of when I would use this, more fall and winter time, daytime or night, really. And you could probably pull it off in spring as well, but summertime I would go for something different. It's a fragrance definitely made for people looking for compliments, looking for that designer type of scent, you know, very easy to pull off. That's really what it is. The price is gonna be the big issue for a lot of people. You know, almost 160 bucks for 50 mils, pretty expensive. If you can get it at a discount in a bundle or just by itself discounted, you know, 40, 50%, I think some people have said that they got it for that much off, then I think it's okay. In the bundle that I picked it up at, I got it for 50% off, so I feel fine. But ultimately, it's what's on the inside that counts. This fragrance being made for compliments, being made for people that just want to rock something easy to pull off. If you can pick it up for 50% off, you should be okay. I think you can get a lot of good use out of it. I do think that overall black tie is a better fragrance than Unisex. I would much rather wear a black tie personally. I think that I would probably also rather wear Date than Unisex. So there we go, Unisex for everybody. It's not too bad, not the best from the house, but it's okay. If you smelled that fragrance, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Let me know how you think it stacks up against the other ones from the house. And that's gonna do it for me. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.